Welcome to your coverage of Missoula's sports heroes. You're tuned in to the Missoula Prep Sports Network live stream of local sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen.
This presentation of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness, the only gym from Montana for Montana.
Check it out.
MPSN is your leader in Missoula's prep sports.
Woo!
We now take you to the action on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Everybody hustles out there, okay, guys? Nobody quits.
Hello, everyone, and welcome into the Missoula Prep Sports Network's coverage of Missoula Mavericks baseball, as we've got the Missoula Mavericks taking on the Great Falls Chargers in Game 2 of a 3-game stand. And joining me in the booth, folks, I'd like to introduce you to the Mavericks' very own pitcher, Connor Daniels. Connor, welcome into the booth with me for the game.
Thank you. I'm very excited to come out here and do my best.
We're going to have Connor on for this game, a little experiment, bringing the boys on to have them try a little hand at some color commentary. Let's go ahead and take a look at today's matchup. First of all, with our starting lineups, the Mavericks coming off of the loss last night to the Chargers. That's back-to-back conference losses. It'll be Brendan Hill leading things off for the Mavericks in center field. Dane Frazier's in right field, batting second. Batting third is Trad Richardson at the shortstop position. Bridger Johnson will hang out in left field, batting fourth. Batting fifth is the designated hitter, Stuart Long. Drew Stensrud, the third baseman, is batting sixth. Batting seventh is Andrew Clausen, the catcher. Zach Hangus is your first baseman, batting eighth, and batting ninth is Dayton Bay at second. And on the Five Valor pitcher's mound is Parker Stevens. For the Great Falls Chargers, it's Cal Cromwell to lead things off at the shortstop position. Brendan Hill on his way to the plate to lead things off here on the game. So we'll go ahead and get into that. Derek Spring at third base, batting second. Andrew Paradise is in right field today, batting third. Batting fourth is Josh Lowry in center field. Travis Stouter will hold down first base, batting fifth. Batting sixth is Tyler Marr. He's the catcher. Braden Hurst is the designated hitter, batting seventh. Batting eighth is Josh Banderob and Logan Houston, and Banderob at second. Logan Houston in left field, batting ninth. And Cam McNamee on the Five Valor pitcher's mound. So the first pitch of the game is on its way, and it's dropped over the plate for strike one. So our first pitch is at 101. Did not get the umpires, as an outside pitch will bring up ball one, 1-1 on the count. So Connor, you're going to give us a great perspective today, as you have experience at the plate, on the pitcher's mound, and in the field. So feel free to jump in there and tell us your thoughts on what's going on the field as things go.
All right, I'll do my best.
Here's McNamee, and this one will hop out of the glove of the catcher for ball two, 2-1. On the count to Hill. Brendan Hill. I call him the Flash, Connor.
I mean, he is quick around the bases, and he catches every ball in the outfield. It's a pretty good nickname, not going to lie. He loves scratching out the back of the box, too.
And here's ball three to Hill. Now, you've played with both Nick Jovetic and Brendan Hill, two completely different baseball players, but for Hill, I feel like, Jovetic was extremely fast, but I feel like Hill's even faster than Jovetic, and that might even not be a fair comparison.
No, I don't think so. Yovi was just an absolute unit. It was just, when he got going, you got out of the way.
Swinging pitch will bring up a full count at 3-2 for Hill.
Hill's sneaky.
McNamee with the pitch, and a bouncer right at the pitcher. He'll glove it up the race, and just ahead of Hill, we've got one away on the ground out to the pitcher. That'll take us to Dane Frazier with one out, nobody on, top of the first inning.
Yeah, Hill just got out a little front there. Got to sit back longer.
Dane Frazier stepping to the plate. Dane leading the home run club for the Mavericks with 3. Brendan Hill with 1, top of the order. He's got an in-the-park home run. That tells you about his speed. And then the man on deck, Trad Richardson, with 2 on the season, as Frazier will have this one between the legs of the third baseman, and the Mavericks will have a runner at first. And that should be a hard-hit ball. I don't think they're going to put that up as an error. And that's what we'll call it.
Oh, yeah, that's a hit.
So we go to Trad Richardson for the Mavericks with 1 on, 1 out. Top of the first. Richardson has been a slugger this year, but the last couple of games,
Yeah.
as we get a ball thrown to Richardson.
Trad just got to keep his hands on top. Lately, it's just been dipping, trying to join the home run club with Dane. Even though he did hit one out in Rapid Oppo, that was pretty sick.
Yeah, that was a great one that he had in Rapid City.
We'll blame the wind on that one.
I don't know. He had a pretty good natural-looking swing when it came across.
Oh, yeah, that ball was crushed.
Dane Frazier at second, off the stolen base, and Hathaway getting aggressive right out of the gate. Here's a pitch to bring up ball 2, 2-0 to Richardson. And I imagine that Hath is going to be aggressive today.
Oh, yeah,
when
we need
when it comes to when guys get on.
Hath loves put the pressure on early, make them plays.
Here's the pitch by McNamee, and time is going to be called. Keeping an eye over there on Frazier. You know, and that's what I talk about is the game within the game. Once you get a man on, at first and second especially, second even more because the pitcher can't keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
But the game that the runner makes with the pitcher out there is just, it's fun to watch. Here's Dane. He's going to go on the pitch, and this one's going to hop in the dirt. And we'll have a runner at third on the ball pitch.
Dane definitely got quicker from last year, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he did.
Definitely shows. He's got a lot of stolen bases. Last year, I think he only had like 4.
Yeah, but he was a little out of rhythm last year with the injury. And
Yeah.
here's the 3-0, and Richardson's going to pop this one up. It's down the first base line, and that's what Connor was just talking about, is keeping his hands above the bat. We'll be 2 away with a runner at third. Brings up Bridger Johnson for the Mavericks. 2 outs. Frazier at third. And Johnson's been a fun one to watch this year, Connor.
Yeah, he has.
You know, I didn't really have too many eyes on him last year. Hangus was the one I was really watching coming up from A last year. Hangus really impressed me on the couple of games that I went to last year, as this one's fouled off.
Bridger's very good at staying flat through the zone. Hits a lot of singles, which is what we need, especially with runners in scoring position.
And that's the thing is, over the last 3 weeks, you guys have been able to have the top of the order earn runs off of the bottom of the order getting hits. And that's...
The bottom's been producing a lot of runs, which is amazing.
Here's ball 1, even count.
And Bridger does very well deep in the count, which most people get a little nervous, but he's just able to stay calm. And
he's got patience at the plate, and that's something that you don't see too much. Everybody wants to get up on there and start hitting the ball real hard, and Bridger, he's patient, waits for his pitch.
Yeah, lets it get deep and hits it where it's pitched.
Here's one that's going to roll out to the shortstop. Picked up the throw to first on the double clutch, and the Mavericks will leave one behind. Stays Goose Eggs on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. We'll be back with the Great Falls portion of the first right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Warning, warning.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning, warning. This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Bottom of the first inning, tied with goose eggs on the scoreboard. For the Mavericks, it is the one and only Parker Stevens on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. And I'm joined in the booth by the Mavericks' very own pitcher outfielder, Connor Daniels. Connor, first inning, did a great job. Keep the ball rolling, all right? So for Great Falls to lead off, it is Cal Cromwell. Derek Spring is on deck and Andrew Paradise in the hole.
Yeah, Parker and I have been playing Cal for years. It's funny to see him now.
So here's the first pitch by Parker Stevens, and he'll slide it over the plate for strike one. Parker with a strikeout right across the plate.
Yeah, Parker's best pitch is his changeup. It is beautiful.
And we'll go to ball 1-1. You know, and that's the great thing. Like, I grew up playing soccer. I knew guys in other towns, and we were friends and stuff like that. But from what I've noticed covering baseball over the last few years is how much camaraderie there is between players from other communities. You guys playing with each other for so long through Little League and everything.
Oh, yeah, we have great respect for everyone. Coach Hatt does a great job with that.
Here's a hit ball out to short. Richardson struggling to get it there, but the throw, and they're going to say safe, the runner just ahead.
Come on, Trad.
So Trad, he had an error last night, and they are going to...
He's just overthinking it. I don't know why. He's played third his whole life. Just moving over a couple feet.
Uh-huh. That's all right. Balls hit hard sometimes.
Get out of the way early, I guess.
That's right. So, with one on and no outs,
nice.
We get Derek Spring, who will bring up strike one. Parker, a graduate of Sentinel High School in 2019. Here's a reach. Stensrud trying to get to it, but it's going to be just short of his reach, and we'll have a foul ball to go 1-1 on the count. Or no, 0-2. I did not update my count meter. There we go. All right, so 0-2 on the count. And Parker seems to do pretty well when he can get in the ahead in the count.
Yeah. Here comes this changeup, I bet. It just floats in and just drops off at like 6 inches.
And just outside, we'll bring up ball 1-2 on the count to Spring. Andrew Paradise in the on-deck circle for the Chargers. And here's a foul ball. Keeps the batter going at 1-2. Cromwell at first, steps away. And here's a bouncer picked up by Bay. The toss to second, down the line to first, and Angus has got to step off the bag. Runner's going to advance off the air. Here's the throw and the tag, and they're going to say safe as the ball was away.
Oh, did it bounce in the dugout?
It bounced into the dugout, and time is called. So an out on the fielder's choice. As we get Andrew Paradise.
Yeah, I played fall ball with this kid back in the day. Really nice guy. A lot of power, actually, for how stock he is. Little guy, little wrestler.
So Stevens delivers ball 1. Runner at second. 1 out. Yeah, Paradise is a young man that, you know, I get to cover a variety of sports with what I do, and his name always pops up in there. And, you know, when you talk about Great Falls sports, as this one's going to be rolled out into the outfield, Hill comes up on it. They'll bring the runner around. The throw is made. Clausen's going to step up into the box and have the tag. They're going to say out at home. Runner advances to second. Andrew Clausen aggressive in the box to get the out.
Nice job. Boy, I wish we could have had that last night.
We come to Josh Lowry with 2 outs and a runner at second.
Good wheels on this one. I don't know why he doesn't bunt more, honestly.
Here's the pitch by Stevens. And he'll deliver a ball. Parker now with the stretch and set. Upstairs. Brings up ball 2. 2-0 on the count. Now, Connor, you are a 2019 graduate of Sentinel as well.
Yep.
Good to have high school behind you.
Yeah, it was fun.
Here's a pop into center field, and Hill will have it in the glove. That'll retire the side. No runs scored. The Mavericks hold them off, and we go to the top of the second right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at mpsn406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's prep sports heroes.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton joined by Connor Daniels at Century Field in Great Falls, Montana. A gorgeous day. Connor and I were just saying we would like to have some of that notorious Great Falls breeze through the air, but it's a gorgeous day. Expected to be 88 degrees today for a high, and there was some word about some thunderstorms moving through, so we hope that we get through the games here before those come through. Mavericks have the top of the second inning. Stuart Long leading off. So for the Mavericks, it's the 5, 6, 7 batter. Stuart Long at the plate. Drew Stensrud on deck and Andrew Clausen in the hole. Cam McNamee on the 5 Valley Or pitcher's mound, and Stewie's going to send this one foul down the third base line for strike 1. So, I imagine the bus last night was pretty quiet after back-to-back losses in conference play.
I'd have to say, yeah. We had a little.
You don't have to go into detail or anything like that, but I'm sure that it was an interesting bus ride to the hotel last night as we get.
Yeah, we had a little team meeting after that, a little player meeting, so we should figure it out today.
That's good. That's good. You know, you guys have been very cohesive this year. I talked at Rapid City about the mustache thing. And, you know, the biggest thing to come out of that, though, no disrespect to the game or the Mavericks or anything like that, but you guys came together as a unit and stood together, and that says a lot about you guys' camaraderie. As this one's lifted into left field, left fielder gets a glove on it, and that's one away.
Yeah, we paid for the mustaches. Coach Hath was not a fan of them. I think it's because we dyed the stashes because some of our younger players couldn't fully grow them.
No, yeah.
So after every game, we had to run 7 sprints, but until we lost.
You know, and the cool thing out of that was I talked to Hangus, and Hangus is one of the ones that is not able to grow a stash yet. And even though he wasn't able to be part of the unit, he was more than happy to run with you guys. I mean, you know, he didn't really care, and that's what makes it so great is it's cohesive.
Yeah.
As Stensrud will take ball 1.
You know, Hangus loves his running.
Oh yeah. So, you know, that's a great thing to see you guys come together. You guys have been playing some good baseball this year. It's just sometimes when you're standing on top, people give you their best, and that's what's happened the last couple of games.
We love to see it. Best competition just makes us better. And it's humbling to lose every now and then. We kind of had our heads hot, but we'll turn it around.
Well, you know, I always say that sports is the best thing in life to show you adversity and teach you how to overcome adversity.
Oh, definitely.
And that's exactly what's going on right now for you guys. You guys are at the top. You got people giving you their best. And then on top of it, you know, you guys had a couple of losses. Now, what are you made of? What are you guys going to do? And that's what's fun about the sport.
Yeah. I mean, when you're on top, you're going to see the best, like you're saying. So you win some, you lose some. But
here's a walk.
Drew's having a great season. Just love to see it.
Stensrud, yeah, he's been another one that I've really enjoyed to come up and see. I saw him just a little bit last year. I like to sneak in a couple of A games just to see what the younger guys are doing,
Little scouting process,
who the prospects are. That way I kind of know next year I'm not so surprised about, who's coming up, and I know what's going on. So Stensrud at first, off the walk, 1 out, and we get the catcher, Andrew Clausen, for the Mavericks. Tied at 0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. McNamee will deliver inside for ball 1. Want to send a shout out to the voice of summer, Paul Yarbrough, as he's listening from the comfort of his lazy boy today, not out on the deck at hashtag Our Town is Superior. Pitch outside to Clausen, brings up ball 2.
I swear AC has a target paint on him because he gets hit more than anyone, I swear.
And looking at his stats, I was noticing that when we were in Rapid City, is you take a look at his offensive stats here, and as far as hit by pitches goes, he is right in there, tied for first with 13.
I knew it. I called it, actually. I said he had 13 hits. Trad says he has 16.
Trad's got a couple more. I haven't updated this completely. And we'll get a strike pitch to Clausen off of ball 3.
But AC, I was talking to him earlier. He said he's hitting the ball better because he started finally wearing contacts.
Oh, really? Well, I knew he wore glasses. I didn't know that he didn't wear contacts to play.
Me neither. I figured he did. It's definitely working, though. He's hitting the ball more square.
He can see the ball coming at him now. Runner's going to go. Stensrud will get the base, and it doesn't matter because it's a walk. So back-to-back walks to put runners on for the Mavericks here in the top of the second.
Hangus,
as
a
we
true
go
golfer.
to Hango, and that'll bring out the pitching coach for Great Falls. Now, Connor, I don't know about you, but when I'm about ready to head out of town, I always stop by our good friends over at Fast Trip Conoco. They've got a great selection of cold drinks, convenient gas pumps. I don't know if you've been in there or not, over there on South Reserve.
Oh, yeah, I love that place.
Across from Larchmont. Yeah, you should stop in there. If you're on your way out of town, maybe a trip to the lake today, a trip to the river, take MPSN with you. Stop in and see our friends at Fast Trip Conoco, proud sponsors of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. So we get the conference on the mound with McNamee, and it is Zach Hangus at the plate. And you made the comment to it, and I was curious about it, and I wanted to talk to Hangus about it. But he is a golfer. He plays for the Sentinel Golf Program. He'll be starting golf here. I think their first tournament is the second Monday of August.
Oh, yeah.
So he's going to be jumping back in as he fouls this one off for strike 1. But I was wondering, I noticed that his swing was a little bit different than the rest of the guys, and I was wondering if maybe he has a little bit of a golf swing into his batting stance.
Oh, you can totally see it. The whole hip action, just right through the ball.
Here's a swing to bring up strike 2. Is that something that he really works on?
Yeah, but Coach Hath says he's not allowed to golf or else he'll have to join the POs.
So McNamee ahead in the count at 0-2. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Runners are going to go. Pitch is made, and this one's popped foul. It'll come down on the dugout down the first base line. The Mavericks have the third base dugout here at Century Field, and we stay at 0-2. So I know Lindbergh Craig Field is the best of all Legion.
Oh, by far, yeah.
But when you go on the road, which one do you like to go to in the Montana?
In the Montana area? I really love the stadium at this place.
Century?
Yeah. That's beautiful. And then probably Dealer.
Dealer
is beautiful. But Helena's like rustic, old.
Yeah.
It's so cool. I don't know.
There's so many great. Butte is really cool because of the view. You get Berkeley Pit off the pitcher's mound. I don't know if you knew this or not, Connor, but you're going to notice some airplanes. They've actually got an air show going on. It's an open house thing going on at the Air Force Base here in Great Falls today. But you might notice some airplanes doing some patterns out there and stuff like that. There's actually an air show going on today.
Huh. I did not know that, actually. I've been seeing a bunch of people paragliding.
Here's a ball pitch for Hangus to take us to 1-2 on the count.
To hear about all the people that are going to raid Area 51.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's like 200,000 people that said they're going to go just charge Area 51 to prove there's aliens there.
Yeah, that facility's had so many changes that those stories are so old that they're legends now. Hangus 1-2, runners at first and second. 1 out on the board. Here's Hangus with the swing, and he'll be struck out for the second out of the inning. Takes us to the bottom of the order for the Mavericks with 2 outs. Dayton Bay. Day the bunt killer.
Yeah.
This young man has really embraced his spot in the order and has really taken charge of his bunting ability. And teams have been recognizing it as well. He's going to lay off on the first pitch.
He fouled that one.
Well, they're going to call that strike. So Clausen at first, Stensrud at second off the back-to-back walks. Here's the pitch by McNamee. And Bay will send this one foul into the third base dugout. And we'll be 0-2 on the count to Dayton Bay. 2 outs. Top of the second. Goose eggs on the scoreboard as Dilly will chase down the ball. What kind of leader has Dylan been? I mean, he's been the top dog in the bullpen.
Yep.
For you guys.
He's been struggling a little bit lately, but he's keeping his head up, motivating everyone else. He's a good guy.
Well, you know, and I talked to Mr. Chalmers after the game last night as Bay will send this one to center field. It's in the glove, and we'll get to that in the bottom of the second. Mavericks are held off with runners at second. We'll have the Chargers portion right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop into 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Bottom of the second inning. Missoula Mavericks and the Great Falls Chargers tied at 0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. It is the 5, 6, 7 batters for the Chargers. Travis Stouter, the first baseman, to lead off. Tyler Marr is on deck, and Braden Hurst in the hole. Parker Stevens on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound, as the first pitch of the inning will be brought in for ball 1. I'm joined in the booth by Mavericks pitcher outfielder Connor Daniels.
Come on, Park.
Brings up ball 2, 2-0.
As long as Parker keeps his elbow up, he can throw strikes all day.
Here's a smack down the third baseline foul to bring up strike 1. You and Parker have kind of had to embrace different positions this year with the team.
Yeah.
You guys have had some burn in the outfield in the past, but this year with limited arms, you guys have had to spend time in the bullpen.
Yeah, we consider ourselves the staff members.
The staff members, as Hangus will have the fly out for the first out. The staff members, huh?
Yep, me, Parker, and Dylan, the POs, the Scully squad.
The Scully squad. Yeah, you guys are always trioing around whenever I see you. You guys are always together.
Always got our sweatshirts on, no matter how hot it is.
Tyler Marr at the plate with one out, nobody on.
Nice.
Do you guys room together too on trips?
Me and Parker do.
Yeah.
Dylan's he's a little wild at night.
Is he?
Yeah. Hard to believe.
Inside pitch brings up ball 2-0 to the catcher. Here's a foul ball hit back at us.
You ever been hit by a foul ball?
There's actually my third game covering the Mavericks. There's a hole right behind my head in the press box where I actually dove on the floor because of foul ball, and it was a Ryan McHugh hit. As this one's bounced out, Stensrud will attack it. Richardson's there for backup, but the runner's going to reach. So the Chargers with one on. Nice job by Richardson for the backup on Stensrud. Stensrud taking charge. And they'll call that one a hit. So we come to Braden Hurst for the Chargers. One on, one out. So I got to ask, out of the three of you, we went to Pirates Cove as this one's launched into center field. Hill gets on his bike, rides out, backpedals, and puts it in the glove. That's 2 away. But we went and did putt-putt. Out of the three of you, who did better?
Oh, me, obviously.
Oh, you, of course.
I hit 2 over par, and they were battling for last place because Trad and I were battling for first.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So with the runner at first, we come to Josh Banderob. And Banderob will take this one off the middle of the bat. It'll be foul, out of reach for strike one. Runner at first is Marr. 2 outs on the board. Bottom of the second. Goose eggs on the 5 Valley Auto Pit or first Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard.
That's the changeup right there.
As I fumble it up, and we'll get strike 2 to Banderob. Bottom of the order in the on-deck circle. Outside pitch brings up a ball.
All those planes you were saying?
Mm-hmm.
I saw a Blue Angel yesterday when we were rolling into town. That was pretty cool.
Here's a swing, and it's a drop third strike. Clausen will have the throw to first, and that will end the inning. Runner reaches for the Chargers, but held off. Top of the third, scoreless right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hello, folks. Chris Stratton here. You know me as the voice of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. I'm here to announce that the Milk Crate Media will be launching their newest project, the Chris Stratton Show podcast. That's right, folks. We're going to take our play-by-play coverage and bring it into the studio to give our student athletes in Missoula a voice to tell their stories. It'll be launching on July 15th on the Milk Crate Media Network, and you'll be able to find it at thechrisstrattonshow.com as well as any of your outlets for podcasts.
Gotta make him silent.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. The top of the third inning brings us to the top of the order for the Missoula Mavericks. Brendan Hill leading off. Dane Frazier and Trad Richardson due up on the order. I'm joined by Mavericks pitcher outfielder Connor Daniels.
It's a beautiful day.
It's a gorgeous day.
comes our little flyover again.
Yeah, we've got an air show going on here. It's an open house at the Air Force Base, and so some planes have been flying around. We had a couple doing a battle with smoke before the game.
Oh,
that was kind of cool to watch.
I didn't get to see that. I'm jealous now.
Brendan Hill at the plate. It is Cam McNamee on the mound. So here's the connection here for Great Falls is we've got McNamee on the mound. We have a McNamee coaching, and the guy doing the PA is Grandpa McNamee.
That's awesome.
Upstairs pitch will bring up ball 1 to Hill.
Did they all play baseball too?
I believe so.
That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
And Grandpa also does play-by-play for Cherry Creek here in Missoula. So, or here in Great Falls, I should say, not Missoula, Great Falls. Hill lets the pitch come in. Ball 2, 2-0. Brendan with a ground out, his first at bat. And he's a really fun athlete to watch. I've covered him for both football and baseball.
Yeah, he shows a lot of intensity and
As well
love
get
for the sport.
Strike 1. He does, and he's one of those guys that you ask him to do something and he'll do it. Even if he can't do it, he's going to give 100%. As this one's bounced down, it's going to be fair. The third baseman with a good play on it. Hill with the run, and he'll reach. That was a great play by Spring to keep the ball out of the outfield. Otherwise, Hill might have been at third the way that one was rolling, and the Mavericks will lead the inning off with a hit. We come to Dane Frazier now for the Mavericks. 1 on, no outs, top of the third, and seems like your guys' hitting has been coming on later in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been a couple of games when you guys have been able to earn runs or score runs right out of the gate, but you guys have been able to figure pitchers out fairly quickly and then use that to your advantage. And McNamee is going to force Hill back, and understandable. Once Hill gets on, he's a demon out there. We were talking earlier about the games that are played within the game, and he's one that is really great once he gets on at getting into the pitcher's head.
Oh, yeah. He gets those big leads. He's just so quick.
Hill's going to go. The throw to first. Hill down the line to second. The throw is made, and Hill will slide in for the stolen base.
He's so fast.
So Hill at second now.
This is where Dane does very good. He's kind of home run hungry right now. He's got to go back to shooting gaps.
Well, and the one in Billings, I saw his dad earlier in the day, and his dad had fixed his bat.
Fixed it?
And there was something with the grip that he had done. There was a dent in the bat. He had done something to fix the grip, and sure enough, that game, he dings it over the fence.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure his knob was coming off too, and they just told him just to hammer it back in. There's a lot of home runs with that bat.
Yeah, it looked extremely well used. Up here, you don't get to see it so detailed, but when Dax had the bat out, he was showing Mark and I what he was doing to fix it. That thing, you could tell it had some baseballs knocked off of it.
Looks like he's hitting rocks with it.
Uh-huh. So Hill at second, off the stolen base. 1-0 and a step off the rubber, and McNamee now nervous with Hill on the bases. With good reason. And these top three batters, you can see the maturity at the plate. I mean, they're just so relaxed in their body stance.
Yeah.
And you can tell, especially with Dane with his swing, you know when it's going to be a good hit before it has contact. Just the way his body is relaxed before the hit. It's like a golfer, you know. You just let the ball go.
Yeah. That's hard to teach, too. It's pretty much learn from experience, I guess.
And Trad is another one that does the same thing. As this one's going to be rolled out. Shortstop will have it in the glove. Holds Hill. Hill with a little dance at second. They'll make the throw at first, and that's one away.
Yeah, Dane's going to make you earn every out. He's going to hit the ball hard no matter what.
Ooh, the breeze getting us here. So the first out of the inning on the board as we get Dane Frazier with Hill at second. McNamee checking on Hill. Hill with a, I'd say 2-step, but for Hill, that's about 4 steps out there. He's got a little lower gear than some of the other guys. And he's, you know, as a football player, he plays the slot position or played the slot position for the Sentinel Spartans football program, and he's got no fear. He'll charge right over the middle with those linebackers and safeties as Hill's going to go ahead and take third. This one's off the knee, and they're going to go ahead and bring Hill home. Hill is on his way, and no great effort by the catcher. Brennan Hill will get home off the steal in the wild pitch.
That was beautiful, Reed. He was not hesitating at all. He knew he was going to get home. Hill is a monster on the bases.
And Richardson showing bunt after the base is cleared on the Hill steal. Richardson now lifts this one over the second baseman's head, and that's the look he was looking for. His first at bat, grabs a gear at first, is on his way to second as the throw is made, and the Mavericks will have Trad Richardson standing at second as his hat will take a tumble.
That's the old Trad we love. Not popping up, shooting gaps all day.
So the Mavericks finding their bat here in the top of the third.
Yeah, like we always say, hitting's contagious.
We come to Bridger Johnson for the Mavericks with 1 out, and Trad Richardson at second. Johnson with a ground out his first at bat, and a check swing results in ball 1.
I think he called that one.
Yeah, he did call that one. Johnson, a utility player in the outfield for the Mavericks, as this one is outside.
He's calling that outside corner, though.
So Johnson, 0-2 on the count. And Richardson will go, and there's the umpire slips. And they're going to say he is safe. Hathaway will shake the hand of the umpire out there. Freshly mowed grass. They were mowing when we showed up here today.
I guess he wanted to get dirty too.
Yeah, well, you know, it's contagious out there. 1-2 on the count. Richardson now at third off the stolen bases, 1 out. McNamee with the pitch. And a bouncer.
Nice.
This one's going to come up the gap. The second baseman does get a glove on it, but will not get the throw. And Richardson scores a run for the Mavericks off the single by Johnson. And the Mavericks now take a 2-0 lead on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard as we come to Stuart Long, the designated hitter.
Stu was doing very well at the beginning of the season because how simple his swing is. No leg kick or lift or anything. He just rocks and swings.
He's another one that's very relaxed at the plate. A real joy to watch, too.
Yeah. He's just got to stay out of his head.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Is that seems like one of the guys that he's a great player, but inside. And we have the umpire come out and speak with the pitcher for a moment. And they're going to advance the runner. They're going to call a balk?
I think he came to his mouth on the rubber, which you're not allowed to. But I didn't know that was a free base.
Oh, and the coach is going to come out and discuss it with our field umpire. I apologize, folks, as I do not have our umpires' names here. The PA booth giving me some suggestions, but we won't repeat those on air. They didn't know who the umpires were, but, you know.
Yeah.
So the runner will advance to second.
Yeah, you have to, when you're off the rubber, you can come to the mouth, but you always have to wipe it. So you don't have an advantage over the batter.
So they're going to go ahead and send the runner. This time the play at third will have the out.
That was a good throw.
And the pitch thrown was Johnson will be out at third on the tag.
Yeah, Hath was not happy with that call.
And will be 2-0 on the count to Stuart Long. So 2 outs now. Foul ball. Brings up the strike, 2-1. Drew Stensrud in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks. Mavericks scoring 2 runs here in the top of the third. Inside pitch brings us to 3-1.
Nice.
Here's a shot over the shortstop's head. It's got some leg and a bounce. It'll roll just about to the warning track. Stewie grabs a gear at first. On his way to second as the throw is made, and Stuart Long is safe at second, a hair ahead of the ball.
Stew's legs feeling good today.
And with 2 outs, the Mavericks will have a runner at second.
This is what I like to see. Non-timid baseball, playing aggressive on the bases. Drew, he's in a good spot right here. Drew probably has the most beautiful swing I've ever seen.
Okay, so our official scorer back home in #OurTown is Superior, Paul Yarrow, says, with no one on base, the penalty is a ball. With the runners on, it is a balk.
Oh, really?
So that was a balk call that sent Johnson to second. Stensrud's first pitch is a ball. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. That's the great thing about having Paul up in the booth when we're back in Missoula is he's forgotten more about baseball than I will ever know. And so he's always got the call right there. Stensrud will take ball 2. For Stensrud, it was a walk, his first plate appearance. So now you learned something today.
Yeah. Productive day.
I always tell my kids, no matter what, learn at least one thing a day.
I like that. I always try something new every day, something that scares you.
There you go. That's a good one, too, as we'll get ball 3. 3-0 to Stensrud. Long at second. 2 outs. And the pitch.
Nice.
Here's one off the glove of the shortstop. Good play.
That was a good play.
By Cromwell, and the inning is over. But the Mavericks score 2 runs to take the lead, 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Great Falls gets their chance right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 55 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Did your computer go down? Don't worry, Mike's Print and Copy has computer rentals available until you can get your computer replaced. In addition to computer rentals, Mike's has self-serve copiers so you can take care of your printing needs at your time. Do you have large-scale printing that needs to be done? From high-tech blueprints to large quantities, Mike's Print and Copy is your print store. stop in and say hi to Mike at their new location at 1605 South Avenue West in Missoula. Mike's Print and Copy, proud sponsors of the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Bottom of the third inning, the Mavericks lead 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. For the Chargers, and there goes the door once again. It is Logan Houston. So the bottom of the order to lead off the inning. Parker Stevens on the 5 Valley Auto pitchers mound for the Mavericks, as a swing brings up the strike. Getting a little bit of a breeze today. 0-2 on the count. And strike 3. We'll bring out number 1. So we swing to the top of the order. Cal Cromwell. And a roller picked up by Richardson. The throw to first is on target, and there's 2 away. It's okay. So with 2 outs, we come to Parker Stevens. Parker Stevens is on the mound. Derek Spring is at the plate. Spring, a lefty. Bunt showing, and this one's fouled down the third base line. Now, Connor, you are the lone lefty for the Mavericks at the AA level. Is there anybody, because is this your last year of eligibility?
No, I could come back next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
But is there anybody that could join you from the lower ranks, so you're not the lonely lefty?
I think Adam Jones might be left-handed, who's having a pretty solid year. We might see him during state.
Yeah, I've heard about Jones and Kurgan.
Yep.
Having a good year.
Yeah, he actually started with us at the beginning of the year.
Yep.
But he's a freshman still. He's a little young. But he's definitely having a great year down there.
1-2 on the count. 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the third. Parker Stevens pitching a good one here, as this one's fouled out. Keeping us at 1-2. Stevens, 33 pitches in his 2 2/3 innings. 22 of them over the plate.
That's pretty good.
Pitch outside is a ball. Stevens, both Parker's mom and dad here today. They came in this morning. The Hills are here as this one's lifted into right field. Dane Frazier finally gets some work over there, and that will end the inning. 1-2-3 for the Chargers. Mavericks get to bat, top of the 4th. Right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Coming this summer, Milk Crate Media 406 will be the home to a new group of local podcasts to highlight our great state of Montana and the people within it. Starting with a local show to promote Missoula sports athletes. Next, a podcast that will take a look at worldviews. Then a show that will entertain you while informing you about Montana's great outdoors. And finally, a podcast that will take a look at the people and places that make Montana great. Stop by mcratemedia.com to see the full line of new podcasts.
When your workout window is small, you don't want to travel far, wait for parking, and hope for an open machine. Let Fuel Fitness and Nutrition ignite your life with no waiting. Fuel has plentiful parking and 30,000 square feet of weight and cardio training equipment. When you want it, you'll get it at Fuel. Businesses, don't hesitate to sign up with Fuel. We have enough parking and equipment to handle your entire staff and 24/7 access so they can get in shape around work schedules. Ignite your life with no waiting at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition in the Holiday Village Shopping Center.
Welcome back to MPSN, top of the 4th inning. Sorry about that, folks. Connor and I talking in between innings there, and I missed my call there to come back. So we've got the top of the 4th inning. Cam McNamee continues his duty on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. No one going out to the bullpen as of yet, so they'll let him roll from the mound. For the Mavericks, it's the bottom of the order, 7, 8, 9 batters. Andrew Clausen at the plate, Zach Hangus on deck, and the bunt killer in the hole. So we saw the Hills come in this morning. They came over, said it was a beautiful drive, as well as the first pitch is over the plate for strike 1. And then saw Parker's parents come in this morning. Now there is an arm heading down to the bullpen.
Yeah.
As we get a foul ball.
They'll probably keep him under 80.
For McNamee, 57 pitches, 29 over the plate. Andrew Clausen at the plate. He had a walk his first at bat. It would be Stensrud and Clausen with back-to-back reaches off walks. As this one's across the knees.
Yeah,
Brings up 1 and 2 on the count.
AC does very good on balls in, but struggles with working away because he likes to choke up on the bat, but all with experience.
Here's a lift over the shortstop's head. He's actually going to put it in the glove on a good play, and there's 1 away. And Cromwell over there at shortstop, he's a young man that always pops up, and he's a very athletic and talented young man in multiple sports.
Yeah, he's a returner. I remember, like I was saying earlier, Parker and I have been playing him for years against travel ball.
Hangus, he'll take the first pitch foul for strike 1. The stretch and set by McNamee. And a tag on Hangus. He just stands there and takes it. Go ahead, big boy.
Doesn't even phase him. I would honestly say Hangus the bunt master.
Yeah, he's been pretty good at the bunt as well.
They just don't expect it. The fastest kid on the team to lay down a nice bunt.
Uh-huh. I'll never forget the big man race against the Lumberjacks on Memorial Weekend. I talked to Hangus afterwards, and he was just glowing and just so excited. I got to race him, and did you like I had that little trick? Hathaway got a little scared, it looked like.
Oh, yeah, he's a clown.
Here's Dayton Bay with the swing on strike 1. Dayton Bay, a fly out his first at bat.
Hath put on some signs.
Hathaway with the signal. No giving away signs here on the play-by-play. Here's Bay with the bunt. It's going to be picked up by the third baseman. The throw to first is made, and the sac bunt will move Hangus.
Yeah. Bay's very good. He's not selfish, which is a very good virtue in baseball.
And that's the thing is, I was talking about before, where he's really embraced his position in the order. I don't want to say position in the team because that's not how it really works. Yeah. But batting in the 9 spot, your guys' success has hinged off of his play at the plate.
Yeah, he knows his job, and he does it very well. Which last night we weren't playing baseball very well. We just got to play the game how it's supposed to be.
So we get the top of the order, Brendan Hill at the plate for the Mavericks. He's going to have this one foul down the third base line. Those ones always get me caught in the chest because those little bouncers like that down the third base line, they have a tendency to be killers for defenses.
Oh, they're brutal. Because you think it's foul, you don't hear anything, so you kind of just lollygag over there.
Now here you have a little more space in the outfield as far as the foul line goes. But in Helena, on the first or third base side, that fence has got to come up on you fairly quickly.
Yeah. Like, Stu, not a lot of experience in the outfield, and he had that one where he thought he was getting a little close to the fence, but it's only like 10 feet away. It doesn't look very far. But
it comes up pretty quickly. I noticed that with some of the guys that have played out there that do you guys have like the third baseman or the shortstop kind of watch and call to guys?
Yeah, we try to help each other out because you have no idea. Usually you're just full sending for the ball. Hopefully you get there in time. Like Hangus, we were in a dealer and he went over the wall.
I know, that was scary. So Hill now facing 1-2 on the count. 2 outs. Hangus getting third base off the steal. Yeah, the one over in Billings where Hangus laid out for it, and that wall is right at his knee level, so I was worried about his knees taking that wall at full speed.
Yeah, it looked like it hurt. He's a big boy, though.
Yeah, he is. So Hill settling in. McNamee checking him out. And a roller. The shortstop will have it in the glove. Here's Karama with the throw, and it'll beat Hill to the bag. Hangus is left behind, and it stays 2-0 Mavericks. Bottom of the fourth right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Some changes in life are too painful to go through alone, and Cunningham Law can help in making difficult decisions from divorce to child custody. Kyle Cunningham focuses solely on family law. Cunningham Law will help you land on your feet when big changes come to your family and life. Visit www.familylawmontana.com or give Kyle a call at 406-203-4678 today. Cunningham Law Services. You don't have to go through this alone. Cunningham Law is a proud sponsor of the Northwest Regional Tournament.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network, joined by Mavericks pitcher outfielder Connor Daniels. Bottom of the fourth inning, the Mavericks lead 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard for the Chargers. It is Andrew Paradise. Parker Stevens with a ball on the first pitch. For Paradise, a single his first at bat. He'll take the pitch for ball 2. 2-0.
Paradise, loud intensity. Likes to scoot up in the box, which you don't see a lot nowadays.
Yeah, he's one that's, you said Hill likes to scratch out the bottom of the box. He's scratching out the top.
Oh, yeah. Hill says every game he walks up, scratches out the back, and the umpire will say, hey, and he just keeps going.
Here's a 3-0 by Stevens, and a pitch over the plate will bring up strike 1. I got a kick out of Buchanan and Hill last year. I was talking to him, and I asked Buchanan, I said, you ever do anything in the shortstop there? As this one's check swing foul. You ever do anything over there in the shortstop to like write notes to the other players, the other team? He's like, oh yeah, I do that all the time. And Hill goes, yeah, I was writing back and forth to you last night because I guess Buchanan was pulled and Hill came in and played the shortstop, or Buchanan went to the pitcher's mound. That's what it was, and Hill went to shortstop. And I guess Hill like put some note in there because Buchanan went back and Hill went back to center field, and he wrote hi and a smiley face in the dirt out there.
That's awesome. Yeah, back when I used to play first, I always played tic-tac-toe with the first baseman. That's awesome.
3-2 on the count. And a tag. Put a runner on. And no matter what, those hit by pitches just have to be something that, as we see Paradise walk it off down the first baseline, that you just got to take and
oh yeah, right in the ribs.
Suck it right up, yeah. We go to Josh Lowry with one on now for the Chargers.
Yeah, Parker's getting a little tired. Just got to keep his elbow up.
43 pitches for Parker, 27 over the plate. As we have the throw to first. Hathaway sticking with Park right now. No movement to the bullpen. They still have a young man up in the Chargers pen. As this bunt is going to be high and it'll land foul. Clausen not able to get to it. And we'll have strike 1 on the foul ball. So the Mavericks with a game doubleheader. Second game will come up about 20 minutes after this one is finished up. We are currently an hour and 2 minutes in at the bottom of the fourth inning. Going a little better than that second Scarlets game on Monday night. We had 55 minutes and 2 complete innings in that game.
That was a long one.
And then it's a day off, and then the Moose Monarchs. The last 4 home games of the season, Connor. Are you ready for that?
Yeah, it's gone by way fast.
It has.
Sad, but I'm excited for state. All good things got to come to an end.
They do, and that, I mean, for you, this kind of marks the complete end of your high school career. I mean, you can come back next year, as this one's going to hit the batter, and back-to-back hit by pitches put runners on for the Chargers. So what's the next step for Connor Daniels?
I'm going to be going to MSU next year to study some business.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm excited. Looks like Stu's heading down to the pen.
So Stuart Long, he's going to get warmed up by Thomas Martin. T-Ray had a decent game last night.
Yeah, that was nice.
Been a while since he's been up there. Pitch comes in to Stouter for ball 1. Hangus expecting bunt as he's pulled up 4 or 5 feet in on the infield, and Stensrud toes on the fringe at third. Runners at first and second, no outs. Mavericks leading 2-0. Chargers looking to go to work. Pitch brought in is a ball. Mavericks sending down Stuart Long to the bullpen down the third base line. I like it here because I can see both bullpens.
Yeah, it's nice. It's cool up here. It's a weird angle.
Here's a swing to bring up strike 1. Yeah, you can kind of see how the pitchers are going over the plate, and how the umpire's calling them, and how guys are taking a look at them as well from the plate.
What's weird is seeing the outfield, how much open area there is.
Yeah.
It's way different down there.
Ball pitch takes us to 3-1.
Makes Hill look tiny out there.
It does. It almost, in this field, I was talking to you about it before the game. This field looks kind of funny because of the way the center field is.
Yeah.
Hill is in the middle of it out there, and there's still a ton of space out there behind him.
The alleys are just so narrow, but center's so deep. And the golf course right back there, I never noticed that.
Full count to Stouter. Runners at first and second. No outs. Here's the payoff pitch by Stevens. And this one's popped shallow into left field. Richardson tracking it down, and that will be the first out. Veterans like Trad and Frazier, those are guys that were with the program when we played in the Northwest Regional Championship game.
Yep.
What kind of leaders have they been this year?
Oh, it's great. Trad is very caring, and Dane's like the good hard ass, which the team needs. Keep everyone in line. Yeah, they just do their best. They give it all for the team. They just love the game so much, which you can definitely see between the kids who just here for fun.
Here's a roller. Richardson's going to try to track it down. The slide. The throw to first is made. Hangus sticks the bag. And that puts 2 away with runners at second and third.
That was a great play.
And that's the leadership we were just talking about.
Yep. He likes to get everyone going. A little quiet guy, once you get to know him.
Yeah.
He's a great guy.
We get Braden Hurst to the plate for the Chargers with 2 outs. Runners at second and third now. And Stensrud with a good hop on it. Throw to first, and the inning is over with runners left behind. We'll be back with the Mavericks batting in the top of the 5th right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
MPSN is back to live stream the Montana Legion Baseball AA and State A tournaments this summer. Join us live from Billings, Montana for the State AA tournament and Florence, Montana for the State A tournaments, July 27th through the 31st for all the play-by-play action of every game. If you know of a local business in your community that would like to sponsor the coverage of the games on MPSN, please send us an email. MPSN. Legion Baseball's home for the 2019 Montana State Legion Baseball Tournaments.
Warning, warning.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning, warning. This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network, joined by Maverick pitcher outfielder Connor Daniels. Top of the fifth inning, Mavericks lead 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And Cam McNamee continues his duty on the 5 Valley Order pitcher's mound for the Chargers. There are arms up in both bullpens. Actually, looks like Stuart Long is out. He will be part of the order. For the Mavericks, it's 2-3-4 batters. Dane Frazier to lead off. Trad Richardson on deck and Bridger Johnson in the hole for the Mavericks. So the Mavericks dropping back-to-back conference games, looking to pick up conference wins. It is all conference for the rest, except for the final game of the year in Helena. That's a 9-inning non-conference game. But you guys played through the non-conference portion of the season, kind of like battling back and forth, staying right at 500, and it seemed like when the conference portion came, you guys really locked it in.
Yep.
What was the difference between, was it just a mentality thing?
Yeah. We got our start in 9, then we just locked in, focused up. We didn't really mess around. It was fun. Just going out there, giving it our all every game.
So Dane Frazier at the plate. Here's the first pitch of the inning. And Frazier will let it go by for ball 1. And then you guys did your tournament portion of the season. Back-to-back first places and then the third place in Rapid City. I mean, you guys got to be on cloud 9 over that.
Oh, yeah. Rapid it's so fun. Even if the competition down there is very solid, it's just such a great experience. So many great teams this year. A lot of individual good play by a lot of different players throughout the tournament. A lot of fun to go down there and check that out with you guys. I've had a lot of fun both years that I've been down. So Frazier facing 3-0 on the count. McNamee stretching out to 70 pitches on the game. Wonder if they'll keep him under 80 or let him go 105.
And a walk for Frazier.
Dane's on pace for the walk record.
Yeah, he's right up there. You know, you look at Dane Frazier and his batting stats. You know, he is leading the team in hits with 75, 57 RBIs, 53 singles, 18 doubles, 7 triples, 51 walks. Those are all categories that he leads the team. He's second in stolen bases with 16 and runs with 55 and 184 at-bats. And those are all categories that he's second in the team on. Yeah. Young man is on fire. And I asked him over the winter, I think it was on his signing day, I said, do you have something that you feel like you have to make up for the fact that you were injured last year? He said, oh, I'm hungry. I want this year. I can't wait for the season to start. So he probably feels like he's got a little bit to prove after his injury last year and only being able to DH for a long time and then getting over there to first finally.
Yeah. He's raking in the box and he's dominating on the mound. He's having an amazing season.
And utility player, I was talking to him at the beginning of the year as Trad Richardson stands at the plate. First pitch in will be a ball. But he had some time behind the plate, and he was telling me that last winter. I saw him at a Sentinel basketball game. So, Dane, you know, love having you over there at first. He smiles, and he says, I want to get some catcher time in this year. I'm going to get some catcher time. And at the beginning of the year, as Richardson's going to lift this one high into center field, it's an easy track down for Lowry, and that's one away.
Yeah, he was so excited to start catching. He caught all winter. Got some time in the beginning of the year.
But yeah, he was having a lot of fun out there, and I asked him, I said, so you taking over? He oh no. I'm needed elsewhere.
That's awesome. Yeah, he's a great guy.
Here's the pitch. Frazier's going to go, and no throw.
Got lucky there, went on the slide step. I thought he was going to get him.
So Frazier at second now. 1-0 on the count to Bridger Johnson. Johnson, a ground out and a single. Mavericks leading 2-0 in the top of the fifth. They'd like to cushion this a little more. Pitch upstairs. Brings us to 2-0. And with you guys doing the tournaments, like the Scarlets, they're going to Fort Collins the last weekend before state tournament. Is that too close for a tournament before state?
I mean, yeah, you like to have your pitchers rest. Get a couple days off, but I mean, it would be nice to get loose though too, have some fun before state.
Are you guys, with your tournament play, do you guys feel like you're ready for state? Yes. Are you ready for a long play like that?
I think we are. Our pitchers have been very good this year, keeping us close, and our hitting has been amazing.
3-0 on the count to Johnson.
We just got to play clean baseball. I mean, we got the skills.
It seems like you guys have the ability to overcome. I mean, the one game against the Scarlets, you guys got the win with 5 errors, and you guys were able to overcome that. Johnson will be walked to put runners at first and second now.
As long as we don't let it phase us, we can do anything.
So, would you say the team to beat for the Mavericks is the Mavericks?
Yes. I think our greatest rival is Bozeman. But we haven't seen Lethbridge yet, so that might be too soon.
Yeah, Lethbridge is always one. And it looks like we might have a pitching change here as the gate is open down the bullpen.
Yep, they keep
and the coach is on his way out. And it is 77 pitches unofficially for McNamee. And there is the ball handed over. So we'll step aside as a new face comes to the 5 Valley Auto pitchers mound. Mavericks lead 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by 5 Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, 5 Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. 5 Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN. Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN as we've got a new face on the 5 Valley Auto pitchers mound. It is Brennan Clements for the Chargers. So we'll take a look at McNamee's stats here. For McNamee, it would be 4 1/3 innings. He would have 77 total pitches, 37 over the plate, 2 runs both earned off of 5 hits, 1 strikeout, 4 walks, and hit 1 batter, finishing the game with an ERA of 3.23. And the first batter that Clements will face will be Stuart Long. He's got Bridger Johnson at first, Dane Frazier at second, and 1 out on the board. And this is a great opportunity for Stewie to come in and swing, seeing a fresh pitcher.
All right, Stu, keep this rolling, baby.
So Clement with the stretch. And Stewart's going to pop this one right into right field. It's going to be foul onto the warning track and out of play for strike 1. So Long settling back in. Next game will come up about 20 minutes after this one finishes up. Top of the 5th right now in a 7-inning matchup. Here's the pitch, and it's outside to go even at 1 apiece on the count. So when you get a new pitcher on the mound as a hitter, Connor, what's going through your mind?
Fastball first pitch. It's going to come. So might as well take a hack. That's what I think.
Here's Stuart with the pop, and that one's going to land about 4 rows up in the stands down the first base line. And we'll have 1 and 2 on the count. You know, obviously, as the game goes on, pitchers get wore down, and you're going to see less off the arm. But is it easier to hit with a new pitcher coming in?
It depends on the speed change. Like if they start off with a kind of a slower guy and then they finish with a guy gassing up a little, might be a little getting up on you a little quicker, but I kind of like it. You see a lot more strikes usually.
Frazier's going to go ahead and take third. The throw is made, and that allows Bridger Johnson to tag along to second. And Stuart Long will have 2 and 2.
There's my mom down there listening in on us.
Uh-oh. Well, I better say nice things then.
We'll wait till we go off air.
Okay. Here's Stuart Long with a shot down the gap, and the center fielder will have it hop in front of him. Frazier's going to go ahead and come home on the throw, advancing Johnson, and the Mavericks will take a 3-0 lead. And Frazier was going to go off that anyways with only 1 out.
Yeah, it looks like the wing got a hold of that one. I thought it was going to be an easy pop-up.
So we go to Drew Stensrud for the Mavericks with runners on the corners and 1 out, top of the 5th. And Stensrud seems like he's a fun guy to be around. He's always got a smile on his face. And
yeah, he's goofy. I love that kid.
He was kind of messing with me a little bit in Rapid City when we were at Bear Country in the store. And I like a guy that's going to take me on and mess with me a little bit. You know, he that's a lot of fun.
He's a good guy. He's got such a nice swing. So simple.
1-0 on the count. Here's the bunt by Stensrud, picked up. They will make the throw to first. It's hopped off the bag, and Stensrud avoids the tag. Johnson scores, and the Mavericks add another run. That's how you draw those up, right, Connor?
Yeah. Right in the playbook, baby.
I'm sure that's the way Hathaway drew that one up.
Yeah. He knew that was going to happen.
So runners at first and second, 1 out as we get the catcher, Andrew Clausen, for the Mavericks. Stuart Long at second, Stensrud at first, and first pitch will come in for Clausen for ball 1. Mavericks leading 4-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. So, Connor, I have to bring it up here. But there was a combined no.
Oh, gosh.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I did, sadly. I'm a Mariners fan.
Are you a Mariners fan?
Yeah.
But what's really cool is the last time that happened was the day he was born.
Yeah, that's insane.
And it's not like that's a common thing. There's only been 13 combined no-nos.
Really?
And I'd have to double check that. But, yeah, there's only been like 13 combined no-nos since they've been keeping those types of stats.
Yeah, I hate to say I'm a Mariners fan, but that was an amazing game for the Angels. It was fun. Sad to watch, but if you're an Angels fan, I can see how it could be fun.
2-1 on the count for Clausen. He'll take a swing. This one comes up in the glove of the shortstop. Down the line to first, and it will be a double play to turn the inning. So the Mavericks score 2 runs to make it 4-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. We'll be back with the Chargers batting in the bottom of the 5th right after this.
Did your computer go down? Don't worry. Mike's Print and Copy has computer rentals available until you can get your computer replaced. In addition to computer rentals, Mike's has self-serve copiers so you can take care of your printing needs at your time. Do you have large-scale printing that needs to be done? From high-tech blueprints to large quantities, Mike's Print and Copy is your print store. Stop in and say hi to Mike at their new location at 1605 South Avenue West in Missoula. Mike's Print and Copy, proud sponsors of the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Bottom of the 5th inning, Chris Stratton joined by Connor Daniels of the Missoula Mavericks. Mavericks leading 4-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And for the Chargers, bottom of the order, Josh Banderob, the number 8 batter, to lead off. Logan Houston, bottom of the order in the on-deck circle. We were talking about Tyler Skaggs having the combined no-hitter. And his mom would actually throw out the first pitch, and then the Angels would throw the no-hitter. L.A. scored 7 runs in the first, had 13 hits overall, as this one's going to be taken past Richardson, and the Chargers will have a runner at first. But what an awesome way to have something so special is you throw a combined no-hitter, and the last time it happened is when you were born. I mean,
that's incredible.
That's something that's going to live on with him for long after he lives. Here's a roller. Stensrud to second, down the line to first, and Hangus will stick the bag. Double play turn, clears the bases.
That's what I like to see. Mavs playing clean baseball. But they can't give up on Great Falls. They are scrappy. Their record might not show it, but every game they're in,
they are always one. They're always a team that no matter what their record says, they're going to put on a fight and claw. And it's something that, as the pitch comes in to Cal Cromwell, top of the order for the Chargers, it doesn't matter what sport it is. They're the same way with football. Mm-hmm. They're the same way with basketball. They're the same way with volleyball. It doesn't matter what sport it is. The young people in this town are gritty, and they're not going to give up.
If you mess up, they'll definitely execute on you.
2-0 on the count to Cromwell. He had an error, reached off an error and a ground out. As Stevens will deliver over the plate for strike one. Parker here in the bottom of the 5th at 60 pitches, 37 of them over the plate. He'll deliver that one as a ball to make it 3-1.
That was a good miss.
Derek Spring in the on-deck circle. 2 outs. And a walk to put a runner on for the Chargers.
All right, Parker, 2 outs.
First pitch to Spring.
Ball up.
Comes up as a ball. We saw Stuart Long in the pen warming up. Haven't seen him go back down there since, as this one's fouled off.
Yeah, Parker's keeping strikes in, as long as he's throwing strikes.
Here's the 1-1, and it's fouled back. Runner at first, off the walk. 1-2 on the count to Spring. Spring, fielder's choice, and a line drive for his 2 outs on the day. Runner's going to go. Clausen makes the throw, and it's on target, but just a hair behind. The runner gets the base. And we'll have 2-2 on the count. Two and two. Runner at second, 2 outs. Stevens with the delivery. And we'll go to a full count at 3-2. Cromwell at second. Here's the payoff, and it's fouled out of reach of Stensrud, and we'll keep going. Andrew Paradise in the on-deck circle for the Chargers.
Yeah, he's a threat. Back in the Osprey tournament, he hit 3 triples, and he hit that tank off the wall.
Oh, that's right. And a walk puts runners at first and second now. Okay. Thank you, Paul, for the clarification. The last combined no-hitter thrown in California came on Skaggs' birthday. There have been combined other no-nos since. So that was in California. Thank you, Paul, for clarifying that. I appreciate that. Here's the pitch into Paradise. And that'll bring up a ball. Mavericks with 4 runs off of 5 hits, 1 error. No runs off of 3 hits for the Chargers with 2 errors. Here's a swing.
That's that changeup. That's nasty. That's his best pitch by far.
And 2-2 on the count. Outside pitch. Clausen doing a good job of keeping the ball in front of him today. It seemed like yesterday he kind of struggled to keep the ball in front of him.
Yeah, we just weren't very focused yesterday.
Chargers had 3 runs as Stevens will strike out the batter to end the inning. So the Mavericks get to bat in the top of the 6th right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hello folks, Chris Stratton here. You know me as the voice of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. I'm here to announce that the Milk Crate Media will be launching their newest project, the Chris Stratton Show podcast. That's right, folks. We're going to take our play-by-play coverage and bring it into the studio to give our student athletes in Missoula a voice to tell their stories. It'll be launching on July 15th on the Milk Crate Media Network, and you'll be able to find it at thechrisstrattonshow.com, as well as any of your outlets for podcasts.
Advertising on the web can be intimidating. Where do you start? What is the most effective way to reach the audience you are targeting? Milk Crate Media can help you reach your audience, whether it is social media marketing or creating a unique commercial for streaming or for radio advertising. Milk Crate Media can help you build a new website or rebuild your existing website that will bring users back again and again. Visit www.mcratemedia.com today. Milk Crate Media is a proud sponsor of prep sports in Missoula and the surrounding valley.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network, joined by Mavericks pitcher outfielder Connor Daniels. Top of the 6th inning, the Mavericks lead 4-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. It is Brennan Clements that will come in. And we've got a change in the field defensively as we have a new face behind the plate. Zach Angus will lead off the inning for the Mavericks. So I'm just checking to see.
Big Timba.
as Tyler Marr is done behind the plate catching, and Keaton Clark takes over. And I don't see where Marr has replaced anybody in the outfield. So Hangus is ready to go at the plate. New catcher. And the first pitch will be a ball. Now in football, quarterbacks are very touchy about their centers. Are pitchers particular about catchers? I mean,
oh yeah.
You've had, I don't know if you got to pitch for Spencer Schock, as this one is fouled off. But you've had Trad Richardson, and you've had Andrew Clausen, and you had Frankie last year. Just a variety.
Yeah.
But is that are pitchers the same way as quarterbacks? They're very picky about who their catcher is.
Yeah, we are. It just kind of.
Hango with a rip into the gap. Hangus is going to get on his horse and ride this one out. He's going to make his way to second as the throw is made, and Hango will lead the inning off.
Speed demon right there.
With a double.
Yeah, just some catchers pick up your tendencies better. Like my fastball tail is a little more than others, which is nice to have someone who's seen it before.
Yeah. And not to take anything away from any catcher.
Oh, no.
It's just that you have your preferences. And Dayton Bay, bottom of the order for the Mavericks. And that I have a ton of respect as Bay's going to lay this one foul down the third base line. I have a ton of respect for catchers.
Oh, yeah.
Just for the fact of everything that they have going on. I mean, they see the field. They call the game. They have baseballs thrown at them all game long.
They get beat up all game.
They've got
an
umpire.
CGs the whole time.
The umpire's behind them, barking at them. And then on top of it, they've got to come out and play shrink to you pitchers and kind of calm you guys down a little bit. I mean, there's a lot on, for lack of pun, there's a lot on their plate.
Yeah, and they got to wear like gear all the game. Ooh.
Bay, he's going to lay the bunt down the first base line. It's fouled off. And will be 0-2 on the count for Bay. No outs. Hango at second off the double. For Bay, a fly out and a sac bunt on the day.
Let's see what he does here.
Well, you knowing the signal, you probably already have an idea what's going to happen. So, as time is called by Bay. One of the Sentinel football coaches was at your guys' game last week, and I know Dayton is fighting for that quarterback position as he's going to lay a good bunt down the third base line, picked up by the third baseman, the bobble, and Bay will reach. So the Mavericks with runners on the corner and another successful bunt laid down by the bunt killer, Dayton Bay.
Yeah, that's a risky play because that goes foul. He's automatically out. Hill just keeps getting better. He's finally figured out how to hit oppo, and he's been doing that a lot lately. It's been huge.
So the top of the order, Brennan Hill for the Mavericks as he gets the sign from Hathaway. Hangus at third, Bay at first. No outs on the board. It is Brennan Clements on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound for the Chargers. Mavericks looking to take back a game after a loss last night to the Chargers. Hill will lay off for ball one. Hill seems like he's a guy that keeps everybody loose in the dugout.
Yeah,
he seems like he's always having fun no matter what's going on, and it's not like he's taking away from the game type of fun, but he's always trying to just keep the guys loose and having fun. As this one's over the plate for a strike. One and one on the count for Hill. A ground out, a single, and a ground out on his game. He's got runners on the corners and no outs. And they'll throw to first. Bay, another one that's scary when he gets on.
Mm-hmm.
He's been caught stealing more than most of the other guys, but he jumps out there and he's got some speed just like Hill.
He's quick, but Hill's just, he can get going so quick. It's insane.
Yeah, it's like he's already in third where everybody else is still in first. I mean, he just grabs the gears and goes. This one's popped out into right field. Right fielder will have a track on it, and that's one away.
Damn it.
So we go to Dane Frazier for the Mavericks. Runners on the corners and one out. Top of the sixth. Next game will come up about 20, 25 minutes after this one's finished up. You know how it goes in Legion baseball. Got to turn the field over.
Yep.
You know, something I was really surprised. I'm used to you guys putting in the work at your field. In Rapid City at the tournament was all adults that were turning the field over.
Yeah, that just surprised me that they can get parents to come out and do the work for them.
Pitch over the plate.
Because we take a lot of pride in taking good care of our field and stuff.
Brings up strike one to Frazier. And that's, I said something to him about it too. I said, yeah, our guys, they have shifts. When we have tournaments, there's always at least 3 guys at the field, and they're always there, you know, turning the field. And they said, yeah, once in a while we'll get a couple of guys come out of the dugout. For the most part, it's the parents.
It's weird.
And that field is such a legendary field. I mean, there's a lot of history involved with it.
It's cool. And the fireworks show.
Yeah, that was awesome. Well, to have the fireworks show and the lightning going on at the same time. Frazier with a blast. This one's got lots of leg. Cromwell is trying to get back there, and he'll have it in the glove. The tag by Hangus. 2 away, and the Mavericks will score a run.
RBI.
A solid sac fly. So we go to Trad Richardson for the Mavericks. 2 outs. Another instance there where the bottom of the order's earning runs for you guys.
That's nice.
Richardson will take the first pitch for ball 1. One and 0. So do you guys do, I know that there isn't anybody that films you guys, but do you guys ever go back and take a look at a game as Bay's going to go? The throw to second is going to be made, and Bay is tagged. That will end the inning. So Dayton Bay, caught stealing, ends the inning. The Mavericks earn or score 1 run to make it 5-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Bottom of the 6th right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
MPSN is back to live stream the Montana Legion Baseball AA and State A tournaments this summer. Join us live from Billings, Montana for the State AA tournament and Florence, Montana for the State A tournaments, July 27th through the 31st for all the play-by-play action of every game. If you know of a local business in your community that would like to sponsor the coverage of the games on MPSN, please send us an email. MPSN. Legion Baseball's home for the 2019 Montana State Legion Baseball tournaments.
Hey, are you gonna try out that new gym? I hear it's really cheap.
Not a chance. They don't have group exercise classes with awesome instructors like we get at Fuel. And the owners are in New York City.
What?
New York City!
Mm-hmm. The New York way is not the Montana way, so no way.
Fuel Fitness and Nutrition, your Montana born and bred fitness chain. And unlike the others, we never close.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Parker Stevens steps back up on that 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. Chris Stratton joined by Maverick pitcher outfielder Connor Daniels for the Chargers in the order. It's the 4, 5, 6 batters. Josh Lowry to lead off. Travis Stouter is on deck, and Clark will go in the hole. Pitch over the plate is a strike for Parker Stevens to lead the inning off. Parker, pitcher and outfielder, like yourself, as we go 1-1 on the count. He's a football player. Here's a bouncer. Picked up by Richardson on the attack. The throw to first, nice. And there's one away.
Brad's very good at working through the ball, which is we need at short, which we've been struggling with all year with the loss of Buchanan.
Yeah, with players moving on or not coming back for injuries, you guys had some holes to fill, and guys that have come up and have done a good job. I mean, second base with Martin not coming back.
Yeah.
His brother battling for it. Him and Bay had a great battle over there. As we get ball one, I kicked my water bottle over.
Yeah, we've definitely had guys stepping up, doing what needs to be done.
1-1 on the count. And that's, just been the trend this year. You guys have had to work through adversities at various parts of the season as this one's popped straight up in the air. Clausen says he's got it and secures it.
Whew. Yeah, which is great. We've really, we've really gotten closer over it, which is really nice. Last year, I just don't feel like we gelled very well.
Yeah, and it was a young team. I mean, there wasn't anybody that stepped up to be a leader, and that was the thing that I was looking for as somebody on the outside looking in was, the leader. You guys came off a year where you had Ryan McHugh and Dylan Barkley and Nick Jovetic all as leaders.
Yeah.
And then they're a very young group with only a couple of seniors as a swing is taken by Ethan Clark.
Yeah, especially compared to this year with how many seniors we have. It's going to be a lot of rebuilding.
And last year I said it quite a bit as there's a check swing and they're going to say ball one. No check down the first base line, so they'll leave it at 1-2, and now they will say that is a strike, and the inning is over. So 1-2-3 for the Chargers. Final frame right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Coming this summer, Milk Crate Media 406 will be the home to a new group of local podcasts to highlight our great state of Montana and the people within it. Starting with a local show to promote Missoula sports athletes. Next, a podcast that will take a look at worldviews. Then a show that will entertain you while informing you about Montana's great outdoors. And finally, a podcast that will take a look at the people and places that make Montana great. Stop by mcratemedia.com to see the full line of new podcasts.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 55 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN as we come to the final frame between the Missoula Mavericks and the Great Falls Chargers. Game 2 on the 3-game stand. Game 1 of the doubleheader. For the Mavericks, it's the 3-4-5 batters. Trad Richardson to lead off. Bridger Johnson is on deck, and Stuart Long is in the hole. For the Chargers, Brennan Clements continues his time on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. Mavericks lead 5-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And Connor, we've got second game coming up. When you have double headers, what's the hardest thing to overcome as a player going into that second game?
You just got to stay focused no matter the outcome of the first game because it's a long day out on the field. You get tired and stuff. You just got to stay locked in. We've been doing good with that lately, which is nice.
That's where Brendan Hill comes in and get you guys refocused,
loosened
up. So Richardson at the plate. First pitch in will be a strike. Top of 7, Mavericks lead 5-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Here's Clement with the pitch. And a roller down the third base line. They're going to say foul.
That was close.
Both of us kind of took a breath in on that one. And Richardson will be 0-2 on the count.
Yeah, Trad just needs to make them plays. Keep it out of the air.
He's one that has really taken on to the weight room. I know he's going to play college baseball, but this year, as this one's up over the second baseman's head, Richardson, as this one's going to get a roll, Richardson will hit the brakes at first, and the Mavericks will have a single to start the inning.
Trad got big. I think he's 205.
So we come to Bridger Johnson for the Mavericks, the left fielder. Runner at first. No outs. Top of 7. Here's Clement with the pitch. And he'll be upstairs. Thought he said ball.
I did too.
The no-name umpire's on the field. Richardson with a hop. Johnson will put this one out to the shortstop. Throw to first is just ahead of Bridger. And that'll move Richardson to first. Stuart Long now for the Mavericks. We saw Stuart in the bullpen a couple innings ago, but Parker Stevens hanging tight. Maybe see Stuart finish out the game, or do you think Hathaway will keep Parker in there?
I think he'll start with Parker because he's still throwing strikes, but if he walks someone, I think he'll get pulled.
Richardson at second, 1 out. And Stewart will foul this one back. 0-1 on the count to Long. 1 out. Hour and 49 minutes into the game, top of the 7th. We cruised along through the first 3 innings, and then pitchers pacing the game from there.
Yeah, pitchers are doing good today. Not a lot of hits.
So are you a big number game, or do you like a game that's low numbers and tight?
I don't know. It's fun to see a slugfest, but as a pitcher, I like to keep it low. But it's definitely fun to watch. A lot of hits.
You know, and that's one of the talking heads on the radio said this week, everything's about professional baseball. It's all about the home run.
Yeah.
What happened to small ball? What happened to bunts? What happened to singles, stolen bases, stuff like that? Everybody's trying. It's like last night I was watching some highlights or listening to some highlights after the game, and there was a game that had like a combined 9 home runs.
Yeah, it's insane.
Between the two teams.
The London game, the score was like 18-17.
Mm-hmm.
That was insane. Well, fans just love to see home runs, so it just brings more revenue to them.
Here's Stewie with a bouncer. Shortstop cannot put a glove on it. Richardson will grab a gear at third. He's on his way home. Long will have a single out of it, and the Mavericks score a run.
That's what we like to see. Just keep the ball on the ground, make them make plays.
We go to Drew Stensrud for the Mavericks. 1 out, 1 on. And that, for me, like, in the late 90s, early 2000s, when, all of those guys were making runs for the most home runs, and that record was being broken, that was very exciting. But it was also still great to see the small ball played, and I think that's what's missing from baseball right now.
Yeah. I don't think we'll see that until playoffs happen. Now they're just kind of drawing in fans and stuff. But
And I've heard people comment, why have and this is, MLB former players, why have a home run derby anymore when the regular season is the home run derby?
Yeah. Did you watch Home Run Derby?
I did not.
Oh my goodness.
I heard it was a good one.
It was insane. Vlad hit like 92 home runs. Oh.
Yeah. But that's the thing that's always intrigued me about baseball is the nuances of the game. All of the little things,
Yeah.
I mean, it's great that you have guys that can get up there and they can slug the ball over the fences. This one's hit right at the pitcher, a toss to second, and that will be an out on the fielder's choice.
He almost lost head there. Surprised the second baseman got that.
So we come to the catcher, Andrew Clausen, with 2 outs. Stensrud at first. That's why I love watching you guys play so much, is the way that you guys play. And also the Osprey, too. They're fun to go and watch. My favorite place to go for the Osprey game is right off of first base.
Yeah.
Because the way that ball comes humming in on almost every single play, I mean, you can almost feel it up in the stands, the heat off the ball. This one's hit right back at the pitcher. Clausen's going to find himself on, and the Mavericks will have runners at first and second with 2 outs. We get Hango now for the Mavericks. Zach Hangus, 2 outs, runners at first and second. Clement looking towards the dugout. And you grew up in the era of a lot of home runs in the major leagues. A bouncer out to shortstop, a good block, a throw to first, and the inning is over. The Mavericks earn a run to solidify their lead, 6-0. We'll be back with the final half of the game right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hey, are you gonna try that new gym? I hear it's really cheap.
No way. They don't care what we eat. They serve pizza and bagels, and the owners are in New York City.
What? New York City? That really tans my hide.
Fuel Fitness and Nutrition, your Montana born and bred fitness chain. And unlike the others, we never close.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at MPSN406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's prep sports heroes.
Welcome back to MPSN. Bottom of the 7th inning, Missoula Mavericks leading the Great Falls Chargers 6-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. For the Chargers, bottom of the order, Braden Hurst to lead off, Josh Banderob on deck, and Logan Houston in the hole. Getting some cloud cover here in Great Falls, Connor.
Yeah, it feels good, but I'm kind of scared it might start raining.
Parker Stevens continuing his duty on the 5 Valley Idle pitcher's mound for the Mavericks. He's had a great game, and he'll deliver the first pitch for ball 1. I have this thing. I'm superstitious, Connor. I try not to say too many nice things because bad things happen after I do. So.
It's true. They always do good when you talk bad about them.
That's right. Well, and I never want to talk bad about you guys. You guys are my heroes, so I can't talk bad about you. But for Parker, coming into this inning, 6 total innings, as this one's going to be beat foul. 2-1 on the count. But for Parker, 83 total pitches, 50 of them over the plate. No runs off of 3 hits, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks, and hit 2 batters as we build a 2-2 on the count.
Yeah, Parker's giving it all today. That's what we like to see.
And this one will be bounced down the line, and it's going to go foul. We stay at 2-2. No outs, bottom of 7. So the Mavericks looking to see about coming back after their loss last night to Great Falls.
Yeah.
And there's no easy game for the rest of the year for you guys. I mean, you guys have the Moose Monarchs coming up. Yes, they are sitting in the number 9 spot in conference play, but they took 1-1 away from Bozeman the same night you guys lost to Helena.
They put up 15 runs.
Yeah.
That's huge.
And that was a pitch by committee for Bozeman on that night, too.
Really?
3-2 on the count.
So no Skaggs tonight then.
No. Bozeman. I mean, you've got Bozeman coming up as well. That is not an easy game as we have the strikeout on the swing. And then it's a trip to Lethbridge, and only thing you can do with Lethbridge is look at Game Changer and try to figure him out, you know?
Yeah, I didn't.
Guys don't get to see him.
No, I didn't get to play him last year because my passport was expired.
Here's a lift into left field. Bridger Johnson with a little dance, and he'll have it in the glove on the line drive, 2 away. And they're always ones that are contenders for that championship. I mean, they always play very well when they get to state. They play well through the season, too. They do pick up players from Vauxhall.
Yeah, that helps a little
That
bit.
helps out a little bit. But, I mean, you have Hathaway that's been with the Mavericks for 29 seasons, and Okawa has been there in Lethbridge for just about as long as Hathaway.
Really?
So you've got... I believe they're the top 2 managers in Montana, Alberta Legion Baseball as far as their tenure.
Yeah.
And, I mean, they continue the tradition. They play baseball with integrity. Not that anybody else doesn't, but there's just a lot to having those guys there.
Hath's very classy, which he, instills into us, which is very good for, life after baseball.
Mm-hmm. Josie Hindergaard in to bat. He'll have 2-1 on the count. Here's a swing for a foul ball, and we'll go even at 2 apiece. And those coaches like that, they just play through. The interaction with coaches and parents as we get a full count at 3-2. We saw the other night with the Scarlets, they're usually one of those top teams, and they're feeling the pressure of being in the middle of the pack this year. Frustrations from parents as this is going to be a walk to put a runner on with 2 outs for the Chargers. They're feeling the pressure of being in that middle spot with intentions always to be up there. As we get a new batter, number 23, Hunter Hauk, as the Chargers are trying to earn runs here. And Stevens will deliver over the plate. Was that a lightning strike? A thunder?
I think it might have been.
Thunderclap?
That's not what I like to see. Oh, no, look at that over there. Something blew up.
Oh, they've got something going on over at the air show. Here's a roller picked up by Hangus. Hangus will win the race to the bag, and the Mavericks get the win over the Chargers. Ground out, finishes the inning with Hangus stepping on the bag. Connor, it was a lot of fun to have you up here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I hope you get a chance to come back up. I was going to talk to Hathaway about this. So the Mavericks get the win. Connor, you can go ahead and head down and join the team. I appreciate it.
I had to go throw a jam.
Have fun this afternoon. Connor Daniels, everyone, from the Missoula Mavericks doing color commentary. The Mavericks get the win 6-0 over the Great Falls Chargers. 6 runs off of 12 hits, 2 errors, and 8 runners left behind for the Mavericks. It'd be no runs off of 3 hits, 1 error, and 7 runners left behind for the Chargers. Next game comes up in about 20-25 minutes. Fill up that water. Pop the popcorn. We'll have another good one right in about 20-25 minutes. We'll talk to you soon, folks.
Thank you for tuning in to this presentation of Missoula Sports.
What a rush!
MPSN's coverage of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness.
Always, always, always.
Tune in next time when the Missoula Prep Sports Network has coverage of your local sports heroes.
Whee!